Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and queens. I am Princess Laya. Why is that so funny? But anyway, I have what she's having. Gorgeous. Now you're probably wondering, why hot mess? Well, that's exactly what drag is all about for me. A hot mess. That's how I sum it up anyway. Under all the glitter, glam and beauty, it can be one messy affair. And of course, there are so many drag queens out there that are mentally challenged, deranged, and egotistical. That it's just simply a hot mess. Me? Well, I'm a fairly easygoing gal. I'm a go-getter. And my philosophy in life is nothing is too impossible until you give it a good hard bang. And of course, you can never have too much sequin. I'm happily married, and I prefer 9 inches. In heels. I live with 3 bitches called Jazz and Willow, and the other usually responds to husband. We're looking at having kids soon. He thinks he'll be the stay-at-home mum. I think he's delusional. Doing drag for 5 years now, I've had some pretty amazing experiences. I've been propositioned and called a whore. I've been stalked by drag drippers, who are also known as loons. And they're people who fancy drag queens. I've got drunk with Conchita Wurst backstage, where we discussed what conditioning products she uses to wash her beard. And let me tell you, she certainly rised like a phoenix that night. Oh yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. Yes. Oh darling. Yes, but I've also had many successes. One thing I believe in is if you want something, you need to work hard. Go out there and get it. Don't sit around, sit, and expect opportunities to fall into your life, because really, it's not always going to happen, you know what I mean? Yeah. And with successes comes disasters, and you can't have one without the other, right? I remember, a few years ago, I came out for my first number, and I stepped into a pool of water which hadn't been mopped up properly, and I slipped and fell on stage. Wow. Of course, it was a busy night. The corset I was wearing ripped open, my phone tips flew out, I snapped my heel and sprained my ankle, and if that wasn't bad enough, well, one of my balls untucked themselves. It was like a piece of gnocchi trying to escape packaging. Yeah, no, it's fucking disgusting. Fucking drag queens. But as they say, the show must go on. And I did manage to get through the entire number half naked and boobless. One could say I was off my tits. Yes. It's not always glamorous being a drag queen. You need to get through the ugly. Do things you don't necessarily want to do. Yeah. In order to go places and go far in your career. She is one dirty fucking bitch. That has nothing to do with sucking cock, you know? I just happened to have my mouth open and I tripped and fell head first into another drag queen's lap. It happens all the time backstage, you know? It just does. Yes. Now, let's talk about my favourite subjects, boys. Who here likes boys? Yeah. Oh, me too. And who here likes girls? Lesbians! Lesbians like girls, yes. Yes, I love my lesbians. Thank you for coming, lesbians, I love you. Yes. Well, clearly I don't get the same reaction, like, you know. Yes. Whether you're a drag queen or a drag king, finding a partner can be difficult sometimes. I've had ex-partners, emphasis on the ex, who didn't approve of my hobby. Some thought it was weird and strange, and some thought I wanted to transition into a woman. But let me tell you, I'm quite happy being who I am. But I do like the random punters at the club that come up to me and go, "Oi! Yeah, you." So I post-op or pre-op? And others go, "So, like, how's the transitioning going?" And I just give them a weird look and reply to them, "That's funny, I was about to ask you the same question." No, whether you want to or wish to transition, as much as I respect that, it's not for me. And I would never part ways from my massive 10 inches. I'll let you decide what that means. Yes. So to all the queens out there looking for love and chasing boys, I order you to stop right now. Right this instant. Sit back, relax, and enjoy single life. Give it to me. Oh, you said you love. I met a boy last week trying to run that game, and it sounds so sweet when I say my name. I said, "Boy, stop, run it back. You didn't talk that talk again." And I said, "I read a boss last night buying up the box, and I can buy tongue down and he's drag you up." I'm like, "Boy, stop, run it back. You can drive on that and you play that stuff." Baby, I've been waiting for the one to blow my mind. Maybe you can get it if you got that thing I like. I need a stick up brother with the James Brown soul, the type of red hot love that got me freezing cold. Say you can go all night the way you lay that track. But if you wanna hear me sing, you better play that sax. Give it to me. Play that sax. Okay. Yeah. I met a dude last week, honey, he's so damn evil, loving himself on the kid again. I'm like, "Boy, stop running back. God damn you, found can you play that sax?" I'm not smart as dude, Mr. Know It All. Think you got third down to a formula. I'm like, "Boy, stop running back. Can you can you play that sax?" Baby, I've been waiting for the one to blow my mind. Maybe you can get it if you got that thing I like. I need a stick brother with the James Brown soul, the type of red hot love that got me freezing cold. Say you can go all night the way you lay that track. But if you wanna hear me say you better play that sax. Give it to me. Fellas in suits smoking on cigars. The little boys making all that noise, but you ain't gonna steal the show. No fancy cars or bass guitars. Fellas in suits smoking on cigars. Just play that song I know. Take a deep breath and go. Get a grip and rock me on. Hold tight, lean back. Play what I want in that song. Get right. Get a grip and rock me on. Play what I want without sex. I need a brother with the James Brown soul, the top of red hot that got me freezing. Say you can go all night the way you lay that track. But if you wanna hear me sing, you better play that sax. Give it to me. You better play that sax. Okay. Yeah. Get loose, get up, get a grip and rock me on. Hold tight, lean up, play what I want with that sax. Get loose, get up, get a grip and rock me on. Hold tight, lean up, play what I want with that sax. Get loose, get up, get a grip and rock me on. Hold tight, lean up. like what I want without sex.